This is Shadow's very first session on Introduction to Remote Collar. So this is a really great little clip that really demonstrates why I do so much work to prepare the dog for remote collar. So everything that we are doing today, Shadow has already learned. And the only thing I'm doing is layering low-level modern remote collar over the top. So nothing is new to her, nothing is surprising. She knows everything that we're about to do. She's just now pairing it with the sensation of that low-level remote collar tingle. Because eventually we want to get this girl off leash. So I'm continuing to work with her on the Longline today, because I really want her doing the work herself. She did so great yesterday on the Longline, and she's definitely ready for a little less guidance from me and more of her doing the work on her own. But of course, I'm there to step in and give her the guidance that she needs if she's about to struggle. So that's another really important thing to think about, is that you don't want the dog to struggle for too long. You want to give them the opportunity to put the puzzle pieces together, but if they get completely stumped, then you'll see me get in there with the Longline and give her that guidance that she needs and help her put those pieces together. So this is all about communication with the dog. It's all about having a nice, soft conversation with them to show them what we're looking for. And because Shadow is learning remote collar for the first time, I'm providing her a lot of encouragement. So there's quite a few dogs where I would not use the high squeaky voice, but to really encourage Shadow to try and to make effort, I'm doing things like using a lot of food. I'm using some of my own movement, so I'm backing up and encouraging her to come to me, and I'm using that high squeaky voice just to encourage her to try and to make that effort that I'm looking for. So we started out with just a little bit of foundation to recall, and now we've moved on to the place caught. So because she already has such a great understanding of the place caught, it's just one more avenue that I can use to layer remote collar over the top. She's doing a fabulous job. So we're doing some recalls to a sit and then sending her to place. She's doing all the work herself today, as you saw, with little or no leash guidance, except if she steps off the cot. Then I just help her get back on. And also I'm not using my body position as much today because she has such a great understanding of what place means that she knows when I say the word place, it means to go to that cot. So I don't have to physically take her there. So that's the beauty of all the Longline work we did yesterday. It really bridges that middle ground between the 6-foot leash and going off leash. So we'll be using the Longline quite a bit with Miss Shadow to really make sure she has a complete and thorough understanding of everything before we go completely off leash. So here I'm starting to add some movement and some distraction. I want to see if she will stay on the place cot, and if she doesn't, I'm also going to use that as an opportunity to show her how to stay on the place cot. So again, anytime your dog steps off when they're learning or makes a quote-unquote mistake, it's not a mistake. It's a wonderful opportunity to give them clarity, to show them what you're looking for. It means the dog lacks understanding in that area, so it's an area that we need to focus on and do more work. So during the training process, you actually want things to go wrong. If things go perfectly, then we're not always very sure how good the dog's understanding is or if they truly understand what we mean. It's better for them to do a lot of trial and error, make mistakes, so that you have the opportunity to show them what you want them to do. So I also like using a lot of food when I'm introducing this because, again, it makes that really, really nice positive association. And it really encourages the dog to enjoy what we're doing, have a lot of fun, and repeat the behaviors that I'm teaching her. It's also great for dogs to be working for their meals. It's kind of like us earning a paycheck. And it really gives them that nice sense of accomplishment. So we'll be doing a lot of these little communication, intro to remote caller sessions, working at Shadow's working level, which is the lowest level tingle that she can feel. So Shadow is working on about a 4, which is incredibly low. She's a very, very sensitive girl, which is wonderful because that's just a perfect range for communication and conversation. Super important to work low on the remote, the lowest possible level that you can, because this is all about communication. She can't do anything wrong here. She's learning. So it's all about coaching her, guiding her, and communicating with her.